Hello, Desert Bearhawk fans. All right, so quick update. This is the flap for the left wing, and it is complete. You can see here that the trailing edge is riveted in place. Now, the reason I'm shooting this video is to be helpful to a potential builder out there that's getting ready to build or is building a Bearhawk or a Patrol. I'm sure the Patrol's the same. On the plans, page drawing number 10, it shows the trailing edge, and I don't know, there's some glare there. I don't know if you can read it. Let me try to reconnoiter this. There, you can see that right there. It says 1/8 stainless steel pop rivets, and then the number 32 next to it. That's all it says. And then here it shows you kind of how they want you to do it. Those vertical lines through there is the trailing edge, showing you the trailing edge. So it took some research on my part to figure it out, but that's what they're talking about right there. The CCC-32 cherry rivet. So it's a pull rivet or a blind rivet with a stainless steel stem made by Cherry Max, or I'm sure any one of another dozen manufacturers. But that's the long and the short of it. So that 32 that you see up there, that relates to this, and you can see that they're like pop rivets. And then you can see a pop rivet, but what you'll notice is that there's not two pop rivets, there's just one. The reason I did that is because with my squeezer and some 1097 rivets, and a 1097, I'll grab those right here out of this. Throw this down here. So the part number is NAS 1097, then AD, then you can have a 83 and 84. Now Vans Aircraft sells what they call an oops rivet. So it's a 1097 84 dash and then whatever length you need. And the reason they call it an oops rivet is because on a 3, on a dash 3, and I don't know if you can see it, that head size right there. So if you're putting in a number 3 rivet, that's the head size you're going to have on your skin. Well, if you screw up and you got to drill one out, typically you end up oversizing the hole. So a 1097 84 dash whatever will have the same size head as a 3, but the shank will be a 4, if I'm making any sense. And they call them skin rivets because that's typically what they call them, is a skin rivet, because you can see that the head of this, and I apologize for being in so close. Hold on, let me. Ooh, that's going to make for a great video. Okay, if you can see right there, I don't know if it's focusing on it, but the size of the flared area, or the angle of the head, see how much thinner that is than a standard rivet? The reason I call that a skin rivet is that you can mechanically countersink your skin. If it's like a piece of 025, you can mechanically countersink your skin and not knife out the hole because you won't go all the way through it. So it's a long ways to say that these rivets here are skin rivets, and I could get in here with my squeezer and squeeze those, but there's no way you could get any access to this one. So that one there is the pop rivet. So I've got a hybrid of pop and solid rivets, and I'm happy with it, and I think the trailing edge is on there forever. So I will put it back in position here on the left wing. You can see the flaps missing there, and we'll be ready to go. You can see right there I have my torque stripe dot on each piece of hardware. That indicates, you know, that that's been torqued and is tight, doesn't need to be revisited. So moving right along, the aileron is sitting on the back of the truck here. It's going to get it next, and by this time tomorrow, the wing will essentially be built. We had a little bit of some heartache at the tip here. Got a couple of rivets that we had to rework. I really don't want to go into it because it breaks my heart, but everything's fine. And we're on our way. So that's the update from in the shop. After the aileron and flapper installed, I'm going to open up the tank bay, this is the tank bay on the left wing, and the fuel tank is in there, but I'm going to open up the tank bay on the right wing and put the fuel tank in, and then it'll be ready to start manufacturing the wingtips. That's when my buddy Bruno is going to come in. He's a composites guy, and he's going to help me. So moving right along. See you next time in the shop.